not, and I cannot stress this enough, do this at home. The police will probably be called and you will be disowned forever.
I went to Disneyland in Florida.
Viewer discretion advised. Always wanted to do that.
Here, are you feeling any better? I'll be back about 11 tonight. If you need me, call me.
Okay.
Bye.
I don't know why I thought this looked good, so please don't roast me. But it was 5 AM and I was delirious. But here was me making a fake me in my bed out of a pillow from Taylor Lautner from Twilight, a pillow of a sheep, and a very expensive hair extension that she's probably gonna rip up when she realizes that it's not me. Stay tuned for the rest of the video, I guess, because this is probably the worst thing I've ever done in my whole entire life. I'm getting adopted. Now, you may be wondering how I got away with this, and honestly, I don't know. I did have a couple of things in my favor though. For like a week leading up to me doing this, I was genuinely like really ill. I was like sneezing everywhere, my snot was everywhere, I couldn't do anything. Why is that man trying to... Okay. There was basically a dude and he decided he wanted to pee off a balcony into a lake. Okay, but yeah, it was pretty much like just a cold, so she wasn't really like concerned about me. It wasn't that serious. I didn't need like medical attention. But it's not like I randomly just got sick, so she definitely believed it. Now, she doesn't really go out a lot, but she was going out this one time, and I decided to seize my opportunity. The flight was 9 hours and 30 minutes. She left at like 6 AM and said she was gonna get back for 11 PM maybe, which is like, I don't know, I dropped out 17 hours, I don't know, something like that. So hopefully, if all goes to plan, she wouldn't decide to come home while I was on a plane and then not be able to talk to me, you know, because I'm on a plane, and then call the police and get me arrested, and then I go to jail forever. I pretty much stay awake all night and then sleep all day, so I don't think she would be like too concerned if I wasn't like replying to my... Oh my god. No one cares about your cheap car that can make loud noises. And also, she's like 7,000 years old, so she doesn't really have any social media. She followed me on Twitter for a while. I blocked her. Let's just hope she doesn't have a Finsta. And my friend Michelle lives in Florida, and I wanted to visit her anyway because I don't have any friends. So yeah, I was kind of hoping that all of that was gonna go to plan. Whether it did or not is something you're gonna have to keep watching for. Is it crack that I do? Maybe. Who knows? I just don't think anyone in their right mind does this. Anything for content? Okay, keep watching. I'm currently in the lounge in the airport, which was a very bad idea because I don't dress like an upper class citizen and everyone's staring at me like I'm about to steal their stuff. My mum texted me about 20 minutes ago saying, I'll be back home around 11 PM. Let me know if you need anything. The neighbours are in too. Followed up with, not that I can do anything from here if you need anything. Reassuring. Glad to know you care about your sick child. My flight is delayed, but the gate just opened, so I'm gonna go board it, and let's hope hell doesn't break loose in the next 9.5 hours they're about to follow. This is going to be very interesting. Very interesting indeed. And then the most terrifying part happened. It was time to get on the plane. This was scary because I was gonna be on it for 9.5 hours with no Wi-Fi and no way to be able to speak to anyone or her. So if she happened to come home and realize I wasn't there, she would genuinely have thought I was being abducted. Now, this wasn't very likely. It doesn't mean it couldn't have happened though. She hadn't said anything else to me between when I was at the lounge and then when I was getting on the plane. So I just sent her a text saying, I'm going to sleep now. And I sleep for like 12 hours straight, so I don't think she would have been too concerned if I hadn't replied to her. So I got on the plane. I had to turn my phone onto airplane mode just after I sent it so that, you know, the plane doesn't like crash and burn. Although I kind of think that's a myth, but that's for another day. Keep watching because it gets even more intense. Now, when I was on on the plane, that's a whole another story. I slept for like most of it. Is that a turtle? Oh my god, I think that's a turtle. But when I wasn't sleeping, I was panicking. I was absolutely terrified that she was gonna come home early, see me there, well, not see me there, and call the police or something because I wasn't replying. And I had no way to see if she'd called me or texted me or anything. There was Wi-Fi on the plane. I tried to use it, wasn't working. I woke up and we was like an hour away from Florida, and that's when the suspense really kicked in. And this is where it starts to get even more intense, if that's even possible. I'm officially in Florida. I got off the plane and my phone is disabled. And we are officially here in Florida. I just saw an alligator. So I didn't have any texts from my mom, apart from the ones where she like just asked if I was okay and stuff. Because she said that she'd be like maybe 15 hours from when she left, like she'd be back home, and it had only been 9 hours on the plane, which was crazy because it felt like forever. However, I recently got one from her and it said this: "Hi, are you okay? If you're not feeling too well, I can come back home, but I think I'm just gonna stay out because it's too long a drive to come home this late." Oh my god, you scared me. So of course I replied and I was like, yeah, that's fine, I'm feeling so good, stay away for as long as you want. I wanna go to Disneyland before you catch me and kill me. Yeah. So that's that on that right now. I'm feeling kind of suspenseful. I don't want her to go home because the first thing she's going to do is probably go to my bed and check on me, and I wouldn't have moved in 2 days, and that's the tea. I'm going to go to jail. And then it was time to go to Disneyland World. Ugh, I don't remember. I decided to just have some like casual conversation with her because I wanted to know where she was at, what she was up to, what she was doing, if she was planning on coming back. And it gets really bad. I asked her like how she is, where she is, who she's with, if she's having a fun time. Maybe she should stay there for a bit longer. Because before I got on the plane, she told me that she was going to be a little bit longer than she expected because of how late it was. When suddenly, I got a text from her saying that what she was doing got cancelled and that she was going to come home earlier than expected. So at this point, I was lost for things to do. I knew she was about 2 hours away from home-ish. I'm not sure, I don't really go outside. So I booked an Uber and we went straight to Disney World. And oh boy, was I terrified. The aim of the game was to get to Disney World before she could even notice I was gone. Will I do it? Who the hell knows? Keep watching. This is the worst idea I've ever had, honestly. Why? Why? Having a really good, fun and fresh time at Disney, meaning just standing in lines for things aren't even that fun. This isn't worth it. So as you can see, I really enjoyed my trip. My very suspenseful, actually kind of boring because all I did was like stand in lines trip at Disney World. And the last stop I had to make at Disney World was to take some pics outside of the Magic Castle when the inevitable happened. The next footage you're about to see contains a visual of me on FaceTime and audio from a screen recording of FaceTime because Disneyland was too loud and full of children. Hence why it sounds funny, but you'll get the point.
Where are you?
I went to Disneyland.
You what?
In Florida.
I'm sick of this. Don't bother coming home.
I stopped filming because I realized how angry she was, and I tried with all my might to make her not angry. I even tried telling her like, oh, I told you I was going to Florida. I didn't. And she was obviously so angry because like I could have been kidnapped and who would have known? Although I did make sure to tell a family member back at home that I was doing this, just in case, you know, I disappeared. So I was like texting them the whole time, making sure that I was okay. I'm really concerned for those people down there. I'm scared that they're gonna jump in that late. That had no context. I tried to text her, I tried to make peace with her. I was like, hey, I just thought it would be a good idea. Like, you went out, why couldn't I go out? And it's just for a video. Like, let me have my fun. Like, this is for my career. This is a business trip. It's not a business trip. I just wanted to go to Disney. When I was hit with the reply of, you want to go to Florida? You can stay in Florida. And she hasn't replied to me since. My US visa only lasts 90 days. It's 4 days later. And I'm currently in Miami, baby. Tracy, if you're watching this, please be my friend again. I don't really have anything to offer you, to be honest. But hey, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm glad that I did this, so none of you guys ever have to do it. Never run away or sneak out or leave your home without telling anyone. I'm 18, I'm an adult, so it's not really that bad. It's still pretty bad, but it's not like that bad, okay? Okay, bye.
Subscribe to Kiara Bridget, or die. It's that easy. Well, maybe not die, but your parents won't love you anymore. Peace out.